Jay Steinman. I live in Irvine, California. So this is a photograph of my grandparents, and my mom's here. My uncle, who was about 8 years older. Their involvement with the City of Hope began in 1910, 1911 through their involvement with the Jewish Consumptive Relief Association, which started the City of Hope. They came to Los Angeles in 1910 and were very much involved in philanthropy, especially the early efforts to do something about tuberculosis. And so they were involved with the original tents, the 2 tents that were placed on the Duarte site, and were involved in the City of Hope for many, many years. And so my grandparents were very much involved, so my mother was very much involved with the City of Hope from the time she was born in 1922. And she was very active with the City of Hope because of my grandparents. And then that activity increased because my mother was diagnosed with tuberculosis in 1952. And so she became an inpatient at the City of Hope and was an inpatient for 2 years. And she was there, she had surgery toward the end, removed a significant portion of her right lung. She was eventually cured, moved back home, and her commitment to the City of Hope was even increased after that experience. And she and my grandparents continued to support the City of Hope for the rest of my grandparents' life. So City of Hope has always been kind of a household family event, family affair for us. These are photographs of my mom when she was at the City of Hope. Here at the City of Hope at that point, they didn't have the hospital, they had bungalows that had, I think, 6 beds in them. So this is my mom in her bungalow, sitting in her bed. I had to talk to her through a screen, and my father would go in and sit with her in her room and they would talk. But I wasn't allowed in, and so I would end up speaking to her a little bit, and that time, I saw her once a week at that point, and the doctors didn't want me seeing her more than once a week because they were worried about the transmission of the disease to me. Well, I mean, the easiest answer is that I had my mother for 65 additional years. How do you repay that? How do you say thank you for that, right? And the other issue, too, is that I feel as though it was so important to my grandparents and my mom that I want to carry it on.